Hey everyone, Craig from Flying Wheels in Danville, New Hampshire. Today I'm at the auction shopping for some cheapy cars. Cheap cars to flip. We're going to make some money come tax season. I'm stocking up now. My parking lots are full, doubled up. I have overflow lots. There are cars everywhere. I have a couple weeks before taxes come in and people get that money and they can't wait to spend it. Hopefully they spend it on me, so I can pay for my kids' soccer and gymnastics and everything else. Typically my inventory ranges from $5,000 to $15,000. Come tax season, everything drops. I don't want to finance. People actually have cash in their pockets, so my margin, my prices drop significantly. I try to sell stuff $1,500, $2,500, $3,500. Think about what people get in their tax returns. Typically it's around $3,000, so they have that cash, they want to spend it, they want to buy it. Typically they buy stuff before they even get their tax check, so they'll come leave a deposit on me and they can't wait to grab those cars. So what do? I overstock. I overstock and I store them. Like a chipmunk or a squirrel stores their nuts, I store cars. I clean them, I fix them, I detail them, and just let them sit until that money comes in everybody's pocket and they spend them, hopefully, on me. So the cars I'm looking for today are cheap cars, $250, $350, $400, $500 cars, so I can flip them and turn them around from $1,500 to $2,000. Let's see what's here. Hey, real quick, if you're not already subscribing, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give me a thumbs up for other people so they can see these videos, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you get more notifications every time I make a new video. Let's get started.
800, 900, a Gino.
It's a cheap Ford Escape, 2009 for $900. Sold for $800. 2007 Passat, 110,000 miles. $1,300 bucks, $1,500.
$15 was leather in the roof, new car trays, good miles. $1,500 with the big screen.
That's a $3,500 car for me to sell. $1,300 is that right now. $1,200 is that right now. Here are how the cars run through the lanes. They run through one at a time through 6 lanes. We can check them out here in the lanes. We can check them out down there where all the cars are. So if you get here early enough, you can check out all those cars down there one at a time. The problem is you don't know which is going to be inexpensive. You don't know the prices ahead of time. I can just check my apps on my phone to see the idea of what they should be selling for. So stuff like that Hyundai Elantra back there is the things I'm looking to buy. They're going to be cheap. They're going to sell quickly. The buyer fee is low on them. They're all sold red light when they're that cheap. If it's over 100,000 miles, if it's under $1,000, or if it's older than 10 years, they're sold red light, which means as is. Too bad for me. If there's a problem, I assume all liability for it, but they're a cheap car. If it's a $500 car, I'm really not going to lose that much. I can junk it from. All right, here comes Puppy Al behind me with my titles. We got 5 cars so far, a couple on holds. The ifs mean that we were the high bidder, but we didn't meet the reserve for the seller, so they have 2 hours to think about it. What do you got so far? You have no idea.
No idea.
Let's go check them out. So far, we bought 5 cars. I have 2 ifs, so 7 possibly, but at least a guaranteed 5. I bought 5 cars for a total of $4,240. Let's see what I bought. So we got Pup behind me. He's the organizer. He holds all the gate passes for me. He knows what I bought. The gate passes are basically our receipt that says we paid for them so we can take the cars out of here. He's talking. He doesn't care that I'm on the phone right now. We got a couple cars. We're going to check them out. He transports them back and forth with me. I get to spend every Thursday with this guy. We go out for lunch. We have a good time, and we even socialize a little bit. Pup, A100 is the first one. What is it?
A100 is the Pontiac, Montana.
Oh, Pontiac, Montana. 02 Pontiac, Montana, 163,000 miles. You know what I paid for it? 02, that's old for New England. I hope it's not all crusty. The good thing is we have state inspections, and the reason I bought this car was because of that right there. Has a current state inspection, so at least it passed safety and emissions this year, which means it's not completely rotted. Somebody said it was safe for the road. Look at the rainbow on the ground. I hope that's not from our car, though. What did I pay for this thing? It's fairly clean, too, actually. Oh, yeah. This might be a winner. As long as it starts, as long as it drives and shifts. This car, I paid $380 for it with the fee, so I probably paid $250 with the auction fee. It's $150, so $380 on it. Let's see if it starts. It has great snow tires on it. The body's straight. The body's clean. I buy a ton of minivans in tax season because families that don't have a ton of money, but a lot of kids, this is the stuff you're gonna want, is an inexpensive car to fit their entire family in. Let's see if it starts up. Please, please, please. Oh yeah, starting up. So far I think this is a winner. I paid $380 for it. I'll probably sell it for around $1,600. So just off this car alone, I should make $1,250 if my math is correct. I think this is gonna be a winner. We'll clean it, we'll go through it. As long as it doesn't need any repairs, we'll make some money on it. My grandfather wanders in his old age, so I gotta look around for him all the time. I lost him already. There he is. Hey, what do we get? B68 is, what is it?
Subaru Legacy.
Oh wait, Subaru Legacy, 162,000 miles, standard transmission, crack in the windshield, current state inspection sticker. What'd I pay for it? How much did I pay for this?
$1085.
$1085. Standard transmission, which in a Subaru I'd actually prefer. Let's see if it starts. Dead. Dead battery. All right. Well, hopefully it's just a battery. I paid $1085 for this Subaru behind me, including the auction fee. It's probably a $2,500 car. I'll list it for like $2,700, get $2,400, $2,500 after we clean it and go through it. So $1080, figure we put in $300 into it. Our time and labor will be into it for $1,400. If I sell it for $2,400, there's a $1,000 car right there, $1,000 profit. What's next, Pup?
E4.
And what is it? E4.
Grand Marquis.
A Grand Marquis, that doesn't sound like me. I don't think I would have bought myself a Grand Marquis. Did you buy that?
Red.
Did you buy that? Because I didn't buy that thing. How much was this?
This isn't yours.
You bought this, I didn't. Is my name on it? I don't remember buying this one.
You did.
09 with 134 though? Now I'm curious, how cheap was it? Oh, that's not ours. Somebody made a mistake. Behind me, you'll see that Beamer. That's the stuff I prefer to buy, but not during this time of year. During this time of year, I want cash cars. So I'm pretty sure I bought this David 87, which would have been a Toyota Avalon with a big dent in the fender. It's a 98 Avalon with 170,000 miles. Pup, how much did I pay for this Avalon? I'm pretty sure I got this car. Brand new rims and tires. I'm pretty sure we got this one. Oh, leather interior, the car's clean. Someone will definitely buy this. It's a Toyota. How can you not buy a Toyota? Clean on the inside. The only problem with that dented fender, but really who cares? I'll just pop it out. Will it start? Yes, it will. How much did I pay for this?
$380.
I paid $380 for this car with the fee. $380 for a running Toyota score. So this one will probably be $1,500, $1,600. So there's another $1,000, $1,200 on this car. What's the next one, Pop?
Right there, this Sebring 103.
103. Charlie, 103 is a Sebring convertible. Spring is only a month away. I'm thinking people are going to buy convertibles. Took a gamble on this one. It's pretty ugly. I saw it smoking a little bit, like a valve cover gasket is leaking. It's an 02 with 133,000 miles, so it's not a ton of miles on it. It's a convertible. Everybody likes convertibles. How much did I pay for this pup? And we got a window that's stuck down. Will it start? Oops, everything's letting up. No. Ah, dead battery. So we're 3 for 5 with starting cars. Somebody crashed a Jeep into another car, and the lane meter is pissed. One of the drivers crashed that Jeep into the Tacoma right there. So I'm assuming the auction is responsible for it. But on top of it, crashing into the Tacoma, it also has a dead battery, so they couldn't even move it out of the way. The guy's still back there screaming and yelling. Next one isn't for my cheap lot, it's more for my retail lot. It's a 2012 Maxima, 109,000 miles. I paid $4,240 for it. Retail on it's like $8,000. You can see it has a little bit of a dent in the fender right there. I didn't actually notice that when I bought it. It was more of a spontaneous purchase because it was cheap. And unfortunately, I was standing on this side of it, which is a lot prettier. 4240 should sell it around $7,000-ish once it's complete. Pup, will it start? Go ahead. You don't need a key. It started. So I just got the call on this one too, an 06 Saab 9.3 with 164,000 miles. I don't even remember bidding on it, but I guess I got this one too for $280. That's $200 plus an $80 bid fee. $280 I got this car. Easily a $1,500, even a $1,200 car will make me $800. Let's hope it starts. Clean, well I did see it run through, but unfortunately somebody left the key in the ignition, which leaves all the power accessories on, so the battery's dead on it. So I don't even know how it runs. I will come back for it later. Oh, we got a broken taillight. That's no biggie. Body is pretty straight, and it has a current inspection sticker. I paid $280 for this thing. The last one you'll see is that 05 BMW X5 all-wheel drive, 140K on it, super clean. I paid $19.95 for it with the auction fee. That's gonna be on my retail lot. That should do well. It's still winter, people still want their all-wheel drives. How can you pass up a BMW for $2 grand? Will it start? It started. Oh yeah. So what am I, like 3 for 5, I think. We got the Legacy running, but the old guy keeps stalling it out. Well, after just a few minutes of running, she's all charged up and purring like a kitten. So I think we have another winner. So let me tell you, the results are not typical for today. Very, very rarely do I ever see cars for $200 or $300 or $400. Typically everything's $1,000 or more plus the auction fee. You're into a car for a minimum of $1,200. Somehow I bought 5 or 6 cars for under $1,000 each, 4 of which I bought for under $500 each. And they all run, and they all shift, and they all drive. That's unbelievable. That doesn't normally happen at the auction. I got lucky today. There weren't a lot of people for some reason. There were a lot of cheap cars, and no one was bidding on them. These cars, I was raising my hand, and no one was bidding against me. I heard the number $200, and I would run over and raise my hand, and the car would drive out, and no one would bid against me. So that isn't normal. That doesn't normally happen. But when I started this business, it was like that all the time. So I started my business selling cars like that all the time, just buying $400, $500, $600 cars and flipping them for $1,000 a pop. So let me tell you, the results are not typical for today. Very, very rarely do I ever see cars for $200 or $300 or $400. Typically everything's $1,000 or more plus the auction fee. You're into a car for a minimum of $1,200. Somehow I bought 5 or 6 cars for under $1,000 each, 4 of which I bought for under $500 each. And they all run, and they all shift, and they all drive. That's unbelievable. That doesn't normally happen at the auction. I got lucky today. There weren't a lot of people for some reason. There were a lot of cheap cars, and no one was bidding on them. These cars, I was raising my hand, and no one was bidding against me. I heard the number $200, and I would run over and raise my hand, and the car would drive out, and no one would bid against me. So that isn't normal. That doesn't normally happen. But when I started this business, it was like that all the time. So I started my business selling cars like that all the time, just buying $400, $500, $600 cars and flipping them for $1,000 a pop. So we're done for the day. I bought the Maxima for $4,240, the BMW for $1,995, the Montana for like $480, the Avalon for $380, and I bought a Subaru for around $1,000. I have an 09 Expedition EL Limited that I paid $7,500 for. That is very easily a $10,500 car. I'm probably gonna list it more like $12,500. I have 2 shops. One shop sells cheap cars, one shop sells good cars. There's no such thing as a good, cheap car. There's no money in it. So I can't buy that $480 car, put $500 into it, and it's still only worth $1,200 to $1,500. You can't do it. So I'll clean it, I'll make sure it's safe, I'll make sure it's reliable, and I'll sell it. Hopefully I'll try to make $800 to $1,000 profit on each car. At 4 cars, let's just say I make $1,000 each. $4,000 today is what I made on those cars. And what I always say is your profit is made at the purchase, not at the sale. If you buy your product right, you can sell your market right, and that's basically you just cashing in. You make your money up front when you purchase your car. Then you're just holding it until you sell and cash in. So if I sell all those cars for $1,000 profit, which should be really easy during tax season, I should make $4,000. I should make about $200 to $2,500 on each car there. So 3 cars, let's just round down at $2 grand, would be $6,000. Today's a $10,000 day. So by me going to the auction and not sleeping in or not hanging out at work and doing nothing, I made $10,000, which is not a bad day. Now the other thing, I don't typically sell cheap cars. I have a market, and it's typically $5,000 to $15,000, because at that price point, I can buy cars cheap enough to invest money into them to make sure they're clean and safe and as perfect as can be. And then I can still sell them with a higher profit margin. The problem is I'm investing money into them, I'm taking more time with them, and it takes longer to sell them. So I have to make more money off them. The cheap cars, I'll do a quick fix, I'll sell them cheap, and I'll make $1,000 each a lot faster than I would make that $2,500 on the other cars. I don't sell cheap cars all year. It's a real pain in the ass to sell cheap cars because the people buying a $1,500 car want everything they can absolutely get out of that $1,500. If you've seen my video on good cars versus cheap cars, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, check it out. There's a link right here. But I sell good cars all year long, $5,000 to $15,000, safe, reliable, warranty, inspected, repaired, service, detailed, everything. Tax season, I sell cheap cars, $1,500, $2,500, $3,500 cars, and at that price point, I do as much as I can to them to still keep a profit in mind. Now, if you think of Walmart, Walmart doesn't sell bathing suits in December and Christmas stuff in July. They stock up on their bathing suits early, so when summer comes, they sell the bathing suits. They stock up on their Christmas stuff in October, November, and they sell it in December. And then come January, they start into the next season. Same idea with my business. So I buy my tax cars early before tax season. So when tax season comes, they're ready to just flush out, and I make a ton of money. This is my crunch time. This is when I make the most money. When people have cash in their hands, I don't have to finance anybody, and they cannot wait to spend it. The rest of the year, I can sell better cars, I can sell more expensive cars, and I can finance steadily throughout the year. All right, that's it for my $10,000 day today. So far, I would say it's a success. I didn't buy anything with a bad transmission. I didn't buy anything with a bad engine. I didn't buy any lemons. Everything's good. I can sell all the cars with a clear conscience. We have a great inventory to take back to our 2 shops today, and we're ready for tax season. Hey, if this video was at all entertaining, helpful, fun, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up so other people get to see it. Make sure you subscribe so you get more videos. And also, there's a bell right here. If you hit that bell, you'll get a notification every time I make a video. Thanks for watching. If you're already subscribing, thanks for the support. I'll see you all later. Adios.
Highway.